Welcome everybody to another Rosh Reviews, and one more time, this is the 2013 C63 AMG, and my goodness, it's a monster! This car, 6.2 liter, naturally aspirated, V8, the baddie, the best one they ever did. And listen to that noise, that orchestra from the back end. Oh my God, this car. I can't even think right now. Let's try and get this into a more comfortable setting and see if it quiets down the exhaust. Now we're in comfort mode. Mind you, this car does have a custom exhaust, Defillipo Headers. It does have an engine tune, and this was running the performance pack, which gave you forged internals, a little bit higher on the horsepower, and some different wheels and that. This car is an absolutely insane machine. And when you drive this thing, right, just like we're doing, it just has so much soul, so much character. This thing is an angry muscle car that just wants to rip your head off. And that noise from the back of this car is just something else. It is something else. Now this is a 6.2, not a 6.3, unlike the badge indicates. And that was because Mercedes actually was paying tribute with this car to the M100, which was very famous throughout the 60s, 70s, and 80s. This particular C63, having the performance pack, makes about 480 brake horsepower and about 443 pound-foot of torque. And this one, being custom tuned, it's basically putting those numbers down to the wheels. So yeah, this thing is serious, and when you flat foot this girl, it likes to go sideways. This is a 7-speed MCT gearbox, so it is not a dual clutch, but it does still feel pretty responsive and snappy. And just popping it in manual mode here. Oh, listen to the blips here. My goodness, naturally aspirated. Oh, it just has so much pull. Instant power. This thing, especially in manual mode, you really got to be careful around these corners because, oh my. It's just savage. Listen to those downshifts. Oh my Lord. This This is the best car ever. This is the best car. It's responsive too. These paddle shifters, it's really quick. This car, because it does have the performance pack again, you can tell by it having upgraded black wheels, has bigger brakes, the red calipers, so this thing stops on a dime. It's really good. It's I honestly would take this over a new C63S. It's just a no-brainer. And that is why it is just oh my God. Oh my God. I'm getting goosebumps all through my body, guys. And this car, it's just amazing. It is amazing. And I have not been in a car that has put this big of a smile on my face, given me the tingles all over in quite some time. And the fact we got the Mercedes badge right in front of us, the luxury, the beautiful seats in here, the leather, the big sunroof, it is just amazing. It is amazing, this car. Now let's go over a bit about price, because this thing was not cheap. And being here in Australia, we unfortunately get slapped with the luxury car tax. That's gonna add to you guys about an extra 33%, which is no small amount. And from new, here in Australia, this would have set you back starting at 155 grand. And, you know, it really is a slap in the face to people who lived in Australia, because 33%, look, we're almost paying an extra 40, 50 grand here to buy one of these. And it's a shame, because if it was closer to that $100,000 mark, this thing would have just been off the shelves, hotter than anyone could have imagined. Nowadays on the used market, these things still have held their value. If you're gonna buy one, you're gonna be looking around that $60,000 to $80,000 mark, and that is for, you know, a decent one. If you're gonna get one that's just immaculate everything, you know, you're gonna be close to 100,000. And if you wanna get just the most thrashed, high kilometer one you can think of, you can probably pick one up for around that mid 40s. If you can get the right one with decently low kilometers, this thing is worth it, I think. It really is. It is amazing, this car. Now from Mercedes, this was meant to be claimed at something like 12 liters per 100 Ks. And, you know, I think if you were in comfort mode and you really grandma'd this, you could probably achieve that. But if you're gonna be in Sport Plus and have any of a good time, you're gonna be doing about 18 to 20 liters per 100 Ks. And you know what? Who cares? Because I don't. It just feels like such a monster, and even you just turn around and it just wants you to go. It's begging you, it's pleading to you. It is seriously savage. Like, and the tune, the custom tune on this car, it just awakens it so much. And that exhaust system, what a car this thing is. It's amazing. It is amazing, this car. Jeremy Clarkson, when he drove this car, he called it an axe murderer with headlights. And I gotta agree with him. This thing is bumpy. I'm losing like the muscles in my face from like smiling so much. Like my face is going numb. Like, this is ridiculous. I gotta get me one of these things. This is the kind of car you would buy and you would just never sell it. You would never sell this car, because this was from a time where the cars were just so insane. They were so perfect, still so raw though as well. And you're never gonna get a car like this ever again, ever. And it's absolutely magical. The sound, the feel you can get through this machine, and it's just a collector's piece, this thing. It really is. I don't know why, but when you're in manual mode, it tells you all the gears that you have to choose from, what gear you're in. And then, for whatever reason, there's a picture of a little coffee cup on a saucer. So, like, I don't know I don't know why that is there, That's a little bit peculiar for me, but it's there. If you know why that's there, please leave it in the comments. That's really weird. Now this car, because it has so much luxury in here, you know, it's loaded with leather and stuff, you can tell the seats to be heavy. It's all electric. It weighs in at about 1.6 tons, so it was a little bit heavier, especially for a coupe, but it still gets down and boogies, and it handles like a dream, this car. The brakes are really good. Tip it in, the steering has really good feedback. It's, you know, it's not the sharpest. You do have a slight vagueness at the beginning, but you can feel exactly what those wheels are doing. The body roll is really minimal. And the people egg you on, and you got to give them a show. What a machine! What a machine! It's all, my hands are all tingly too. Like, I'm all tingly. Everything in my body right now is tingling. I don't know if I should say that on camera, but. Now just quickly, a huge shout out to this week's Patreon supporters. If you guys want to join the Patreon, get early access to content, videos, merch, there is a link in the description, so check it out. Now, just pulling over, having a good look at this C63, and being the coupe version, I actually really like this. Now, I was never a big fan of the coupe, but seeing this one today in person, it's won me over. And I think I actually prefer this now to the standard four-door version. This particular one in the white with the blacked out wheels, you know, the blacked out roof, you got that big sunroof, the mirrors, even have the decal down the side here, which is actually kind of a tribute to the 507 Special Edition. This is not a 507, but you got to admit, it does look really nice. Even at the back of this car, we've got carbon fiber spoiler here. The owner has hydro dipped his diffuser to look carbon fiber also. And you see those quad tip AMG exhausts just hanging out the back. This thing sounds, as you just heard, absolutely insane. Now, the 0 to 100 in this car was claimed at about 4.3 seconds. This one having the custom tune on it. Let's find out. And as you can see, it is very difficult to launch because of this just insane power. And yeah, having that custom tune, you know, it's putting basically that 480 to the wheels. So it's a handful, this thing, and the traction is an issue. 0 to 100 was achieved in 5.7 seconds. So look, we could tell just from that straight off the launch, it was getting a bit sideways. The traction control had to kick on. Yeah, it's not easy to launch. One more time, just easing onto it a bit more here. And still, traction is an issue. It is a really big issue, this thing. Oh my goodness. Let's see what the draggy pulled up. 5.8 seconds. So, look, we can reliably say that it's roughly putting down around 5.7, 5.8 seconds, but far out for just roll-on acceleration. If we were at a roll race or something, this thing is going to be monstrous. It really is. If I could only have one V8 for the rest of my life, I honestly think I might pick this. Like, it is that freaking good, guys. It is that good. I just want one. I just want one. I just want one. I don't want to end this review. I don't want to end this review, guys.
Now, this truly magical W204 C63 AMG really is, without a doubt, one of the greatest cars ever made. That monstrous 6.2 liter V8, the luxury, the class, and that earth-shattering sound. It's no wonder why these cars are so loved and collected now. It's full of soul, it's full of character, and it's safe to say that for a modern European muscle car, there isn't anything better than this. All I can say is, I bloody want one. Thanks for watching.